Have you ever imagined holding a single coin that carries the soul of an entire nation? A coin so rare, so meaningful, and so majestic that collectors across the world chase it for decades? Today, we're uncovering the story of the legendary 1935 Waitangi Crown, New Zealand's most valuable and historically significant coin. It's not just a piece of silver, it's a powerful symbol of unity, pride, and national heritage that has grown into one of the most sought-after treasures in numismatic history. Before we begin this fascinating story, make sure to subscribe to our channel right now. Every week we explore the world's rarest coins and untold histories behind them. Your one click keeps you connected to stories that transform ordinary coins into priceless artifacts. The 1935 Waitangi Crown stands apart in every sense. It was issued to commemorate one of the most defining events in New Zealand's past, the signing of the Treaty of Waitangi in 1840. This treaty was the founding document that established a partnership between the British Crown and the Maori chiefs, laying the groundwork for the modern nation of New Zealand. Nearly a century later, the government decided that this monumental agreement deserved a royal celebration in silver form. Thus, in 1935, the Waitangi Crown was born. The coin's production wasn't just a routine minting event, it was a national statement. At that time, New Zealand was proudly defining its identity as part of the British Empire, but also as an independent, culturally rich land. The crown represented that balance between loyalty to the monarchy and pride in the country's indigenous roots. It was intended for presentation and collectors, not for everyday circulation, making every surviving coin a piece of living history. What immediately captures attention is the exquisite design. The obverse side features the dignified portrait of King George V, designed by Percy Metcalfe. His calm, royal expression reflects the authority of the crown and the deep respect New Zealanders had for their monarch. But the reverse is where the magic happens. It portrays a deeply symbolic scene of Captain William Hobson, representing the British Crown, shaking hands with the Maori chief Tamati Waka Nene. That single handshake speaks louder than words. It represents partnership, mutual respect, and the unity of two worlds coming together in trust. The artistry of the Waitangi Crown is exceptional even by royal mint standards. Every tiny line in the handshake, every curve in the chief's cloak, every detail of the British uniform was engraved with precision and meaning. This wasn't just metalwork, it was storytelling cast in silver. The powerful image served as a reminder that peace and respect could form the foundation of a young nation's growth. The mintage itself tells you why this coin is now legendary. Only 468 pieces were officially struck. Yes, fewer than 500. Each was produced to proof standard by the Royal Mint in London, ensuring flawless surfaces, sharp edges, and mirror-like shine. A few were presented to government officials and dignitaries. Others were sold to collectors at the time for a modest price. Many were later lost, damaged, or melted down, leaving just a fraction in existence today. Because of this extreme rarity, the Waitangi Crown became an instant treasure. In the decades since, its fame has only grown. Serious collectors around the world compete fiercely whenever one appears at auction. It's not uncommon for a proof-grade example to fetch $25,000 to $30,000, and in some exceptional cases, pristine specimens have pushed beyond $35,000. That's a breathtaking sum for a single silver coin, but the value is justified by history, art, and national emotion combined in one masterpiece. But the story doesn't stop at rarity or price. The Waitangi Crown carries emotional weight. For the people of New Zealand, it's more than a collectible. It's a symbol of respect between two cultures, the Crown and the Maori. It's a constant reminder that their shared history, though complex, began with a handshake of goodwill. Collectors feel that depth of meaning when they hold one in their hands. It isn't just about owning silver, it's about holding the spirit of a nation. Its importance also lies in the timing. The coin was released during the final years of King George V's reign, marking the end of an era for the British monarchy and a new chapter for New Zealand. Shortly after, the world would enter World War II, and priorities would shift dramatically. That brief window in 1935 produced one of the most beautiful commemoratives ever made, a timeless snapshot of peace before a turbulent century. Even the way the Waitangi Crown was sold adds to its mystique. In 1935, most New Zealanders were facing the economic hardships of the Great Depression. Few could afford luxury coins. The crown's issue price was higher than many people's daily wages, so only a handful of well-off collectors and officials bought them. That limited demand at the time became the root of its extreme scarcity today. When you examine one of these coins under light, the reflective proof surface almost glows. The handshake scene comes alive, as if the two figures still share that historic moment. The silver surface, often lightly toned with age, gives it a regal aura no modern coin can replicate. Each preserved example carries nearly a century of careful stewardship by collectors who understood its significance. Auction houses from London to Auckland regularly feature the Waitangi Crown as the highlight of their New Zealand collections. Whenever one appears, it attracts worldwide attention. Record-breaking prices have been achieved multiple times, with international bidders recognizing the crown not only as a numismatic rarity but as a historical artwork of global relevance. Owning one isn't just an investment. It's joining an elite group of collectors who possess a true cornerstone of New Zealand's identity. The value of the Waitangi Crown has remained strong for decades and continues to rise as fewer examples are available. Experts agree that its combination of rarity, craftsmanship, and emotional depth ensures its position among the world's great collectible coins. If you ever stumble upon a Waitangi Crown in a family collection or old estate box, take a moment before selling it. You might be holding a treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. More importantly, you'd be holding a coin that tells the story of a nation's birth, friendship, and pride. Its value isn't only in the metal, but in the meaning it carries. The Waitangi Crown has become a bridge between past and present, linking the time of British colonial expansion with New Zealand's growth into a modern, independent country. It reminds collectors that coins can preserve history more vividly than any textbook. Every scratch, every shine a witness to the passage of time. Before we move to the closing, take a second and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. It helps us bring you more stories like this. Tales where silver and history meet to reveal treasures that shaped nations. Today, nearly 90 years after it was minted, the Waitangi Crown still shines as bright as ever. It represents artistry, unity, and enduring value. While its original purpose was to commemorate a treaty, it has evolved into a symbol of national harmony and collector passion. For New Zealanders, it remains the ultimate numismatic prize. For the world, it's a reminder that the most valuable treasures are often the ones born from history itself. So next time you pick up an old coin or look through a collection, remember, sometimes a simple piece of silver can be worth more than gold. The 1935 Waitangi Crown is living proof. It continues to inspire, captivate, and astonish collectors everywhere. And who knows, maybe one day, your curiosity could lead you to the next great discovery. Stay curious, keep exploring, and don't forget, subscribe now to join our community of coin lovers and treasure hunters uncovering the world's most valuable coins, one story at a time.